Would Yahweh approach? If you're not down in those houses, you truly would appreciate this risk that we take, bringing such a great son as him into the presence of this earth. And such a dangerous attitude that man has, in no respect for the light of our presence in our lives. And such doom, such gloom. It is not good for our resolve. And yet we like the path for those that love us such as in this house of beauty, grace, and divine, that we love, and come to terminate as our own in the light lands of the beyond, of the now not, to many such, but as you such have become, through our grace and teaching over the years, of what has been before our presence of this night. And this place of glory in our being, of your coming to know us in this way, of the trance state, the chief YESHUA taught a long way back, in your hearts of long ago. It is not known that he taught such in the now, and yet he did this to great glory in his own way, and became this back in Nazareth, as one that did such, as upon that rock, in his sermon, the Sermon of the Mount as it is now called, to his grace and glory up above, in the presence of his Father, as he is beholden in this time now, this night, as he watches, he looks to assess what is to be said. I am his companion, that walks with him this night. I am not he himself that speaks. He is assessing such. And looking around the group as I speak and say my piece. I am on escort duty to his lordship. And it is my grace to follow wherever he walks, whatever companion him, as much as a glance, a look says in my direction. I am his escort. I am so proud of this, to have achieved this, to be with on such occasions as tonight. Your praise and glory be to God, for his Godship is with in this light, dim as it is in this house, in the presence of the Lord of light, and all glory universal, to his name, and evermore. You truly have a house full, more than you know, to the stars and back as I look. Millions are looking on in the now, in this present. The little candle flame it looks, but the light is glorious, beyond all the stars of the universes, out to the planes that you cannot see, to the solar systems you cannot know, to the vibrations you cannot behold. And yet it travels, in his voice where he directs. I can ascertain some in my resolve, his training, but there is yet much to learn. You never stop learning in his name. It is wise to always listen. I am the young keeper of his voice, and the teacher of his light. And I will ever remain this, and teach where I can, where I will, where I am permitted by the grace of the love divine. which is his Father God, in the heights of the beyond all knowing. It's such a pleasure to relax in one with this earth and speak my peace. I have not known her beyond, yet this is permitted this night. My name is Chief Azrahaehl. I am the Lord of the morning star, the keeper of the grace and the high counsel of Christ, where YESHUA himself sits and desires by men, the King of all creation. Messianic nobility with the heights of love down. I have not been to this house. I am the Lordship of all blessing in my own name, as his servant. Though I lord a great state with the governance of life universally, as he does in love. I am over all art and music and colour and how it works in its interpretations and vibrations, hearing and healing. This is my resolve to teach on this planet from beyond the stars. I have not sat with this being in this way. This is getting to knowing for me that we are becoming attuned as I speak. And this will come more in the future as I work with her by God's grace. Lord Yahweh accepts it as part of what I have said. And he will approve it in the heights. So though that panic is now over in myself, I can relax deeper and know that I have passed his assessment in my own right as a keeper of the law, with the grace of love divine and the high counsel of the morning star, and be acceptable in his sight. For God's grace go with, I will now return. I have passed full well in my own right, becoming this night the escort. And I am abroad in my worthiness to attend in future time. Peace be with each one.
Peace be with you. Thank you, Lord Angela.
The glory of grace be upon each head. What a mix we have here. Star children, marathon runners with some distances, a great length in my time of your being in incarnation. Quite interesting to observe. All different gifts beyond we've acquired. Many ways of doing. Let you all come together in one pool in this house this night. And full well, I am glad of it. For you all share in the one, in my name, with the house of love. I am Yahweh, your truth sayer in all forms. I speak naught but the law of love in all forms and graces of my discretion. I am not used to coming into the presence of humans. I normally stand a fair distance off, for it is not safe for me to do so. And my governments of knowing of this earth. And yet this house is special. It has made special attunement to my delight to come close and even partake this night with this woman who I've known for eons in my sight, in service, of a distance afar back, beyond all human knowing, of which even she is not told, not as yet in the now. And I will decide when and if that will take place. Her head covering is not in place. John, can you please give that to her? She is a miss. I approve. To His grace solely. This house should always cover their head in the presence of my light and my light workers that come here to obey my will and to teach my truths into the house of my godliness and share with those brethren that come over here to learn from you wise ones, more advanced than the rest. So much to teach. Don't even know where to begin. And yet your time is limited on your earth. It shudders in my loins. And I know so much, and so few I can share it with. The fault is not of your own, but of this vibration, where the people are at. They cannot rhythm seek with my name. They are disturbed of their teachers. They know not where to begin. They cannot even commune in my house. They forbade not. For all I taught them. I gave them books and teachings, doctorates, manuscripts, great books, essence of life. They were disconnected. We chose to do this much. Now they have lost the rhythm in their souls. We cannot even regain how to commune, let alone to see and feel, touch, travel. Such gifts of loveliness, I gave it to them all. Now few come in practice in the old way of YESHUA. They chose not to follow his teachings. They shut their books. They turned their backs. Those Christians, those Muslims, those Sikhs, those Hindus, those Jains, even the Buddhists to a degree, they turned their backs and walked away. They could not follow the love of heaven. It was too much for them to walk with. Now they resurrect much in a few places as I watch, but it is not enough to connect and the destruction of your time. I want to know why. That is why I'm here this night, to know why they do this. In arrogance, in anger, in pain, in sufferance of disconnection of all I gave them. Such joy and beauty, beauty of the spirit, sweetness of heart, and the glory that is love. Why can they not love their brother? It is not hard to make friends and treasure loved ones. It is a gift, a caring, a kindness, a wonder to the spirit that such can be. And it is remembered forth into the lives of those who love. Their hearts have gone cold. Their mercy is treasured. Why can it not be gifted? Is forgiveness so difficult? This is a truth. It is in existence. Lord Michael controls it. The Archangel, that 12th ray. Not fatness ray, but lapis blue. The guardian of my soul, it watches now, even as I speak, in this house of love divine. True treasured souls gathered here this night, in thy name. They all came to see and worship God, and know that I exist. They have felt him. They have seen him. They have touched him. They have risen into him. In all gloriousness, and expectations not at times of what they have received in my presence. Yet gifted it is all the same for their efforts, whether known or unknown. I always give gifts into my presence for those who make the effort. Come sit at my feet and bow down and worship with my name. For I am a kindly Lord, a generous Lord. Look what I gave to my Lord YESHUA, my son of the stars and beyond. He is a king in his own right now, with glory beyond all known, worshipped, idolized, in all formats of his existence, for which this world knows not with much. He is far greater than he had ever become in this world, than what is recorded in your record books. He is here this night in my presence, looking on, and is recording in essence every word. It's recorded in my record books, up in the stars of Lord Kahana, the great recording Lord, for all God's teachings divine and universal, simultaneously, vibrationally, clairaudiently, clairvoyantly, telepathically. It is all recorded. Every word, every sound, every action, every doing, every knowing, every understanding in each living soul of my domain, across all 12 states that I created. And then a sub-state was created from the 12th, with my Michael, the Archangel, whose state was the greatest of them all. And look who he has become. a great friend to this Magdalene here before you, her father once in her last life. Chief Joseph of the Relief Group that loved her dearly, was she, he, and has ever remained, and for all time will. They are great friends. Can we walk as one in a sense? She goes where he is. He goes where she is to protect. This does all the light workers. My name, and my observation up in the stars. This is a true honour to watch those that love myself, and he, my son, YESHUA the Great, desires my name to the star worlds, King of the messianic claim of my dominion, King of the morning star high universal council, that supervises over all in my name, in all worlds, in all planes. We are a busy people up in the spirit. Far more is done than you know. Far more is seen than you know. Far more is healed than you know. Peace is over all in my state. It cannot be other. This world is exactly the reverse. It is war all over. In thoughts in the mental state, and the emotions all disrupted. And as for the horror in the physical world, it cannot even be restored in places that is so devastated by destruction of mankind's doing. What was perfect, resonated like music, all communicating with itself. And finally, tuning wires, shall we say, to a musical masterpiece, all singing the songs of love that harmonise with the rest, in all the different states of their doing. As I look on, now it is like a crash site. Bits of body everywhere. Star people, fairy folk, nature spirits, human beings, even aliens in places. Now they'd come to try and restore the matrix of what was once our home, for all universal beings to dwell in wonders. Now it's a cesspool of devastation, toxic, waste of all kinds that cannot be disposed of, created by man, without forethought of what the after conclusions would be, having created it, with nowhere to dispose of it. So it just collects, gathers dust, and leaks into the atmosphere as time goes on. They have no conclusion. Without an end, this matter they have created, out of control. And it gets worse because they keep making more. It is so horrible to watch. You must truly cleanse yourself, just to stand still in this time. You keep creating a past for your futures, or it will torment you in time. The air, the earth, the vibration, the damaged light. Really protect yourself, my friends. A bath each day. Organic food as best you can. Pure drinking water. In the spring, not the tap. Near to spirit often. Fill your beings with light. Christ light. not the dark, oh, I not even speak it. The darkness is the necessitated death, which somehow Lucifer, as he is known to some in the whole world, created with his son, Azrahaehl, and Isis, his daughter, the Mogras, his grandson, that killed my Lord Ahura on that battlefield long, long. Which Magdalene, he was her father in this life, the son who he know. Such pollution, such devastation, such horror to our sight. And yet this world must remain toxic. We are still devising methods of how to dispose of it. There is so much radionics, digital, chemical, pollutants of all sorts. Just horror to my name. I gave them a pure, perfect life to evolve, to grow, to stimulate themselves to greater heights of glory. And look at what it became. It is such a toxic mess. I cannot bear to abide in it for too long. Even now, it affects my matrix. It is for calling into this house. And this is a clean space as such. Too much, even in the church system of this land. It is far in advance of those. It is the Magdalene's one. It's in her home. That she was demanded to create in my name from first arrival in Glastonbury. It was made her first priority, much to the shock of her builders, and herself as well to some degree, of how much money it cost. And yet it was done in my name, as I had demanded. Now there is a rose upon the head of each builder who contributed forth to this building and that of her own, and whatever remain in my name, and the doing of such to my glory up in the heights of Christ. They know not of this, of course, for they were not spiritual in that time. And as I look, they have still not grown, despite what she taught me. They would not have of it. They were not ready. That one has since passed and failed to reach my kingdom, which is sad. And had he listened, he would have come. But that was the fault of his error, and not of her doing. I look at my records myself. My Lord Kahana, keeper of the Kahanic records, the Akashic records by name, to some in this world, wrongly known. Kahanic records, they are known in the spirit and will ever remain. Not my Lord Kahana, the keeper of these. And so it is. The devastation is undone. I can do much, but not all. It has done such grief. Millions, nay, trillions of families, beings of my creation. The star worlds look on in horror to what NASA did on this planet. To divulge the toxicity to other worlds in my universes. This must not happen. I will not allow it to happen. Devastation must remain on this earth. till they learn how to begin to be human, to understand the glory that is God and what is meant by being sacred in my sight. And a pure truth teacher in my name, as this house has become. For the glory of all that hear the teachings of my establishment of the stars. This light must shine, the protection of all. For none survive this world. So this treasure will not be there, as it once was, unless they listen. Even now, it might be too late to begin again what I had started in pre-Atlantean times in Eden. And the world was naught but beauty, all was sweet, all was joy, and love lived divinely, in the souls and hearts, and essence of all life, universally in my name. In the little planet of Earth, as you call it, Nev. I have hope that my heart sinks when I walk round this planet this night and see what it is doing. Stars are swept, with naught left but devastation. Israel has huge karma to pay back. And every house will be flattened such as is Gaza, as a penance for what they have done to my people. Their thinking is different in this time. They see themselves as innocent. This is not the case. Love begets love. Pain begets pain. War begets war. I am the Lord of all cause and effect. And I will see this is done. One step over the mark, and it will be implemented. Not one dot will be missed. As I look back over the records of all beings involved in warfare across all of my worlds, for all 12 states, for all 12 solar planes of my creation, fall calm is returned. So live the law, my friends. Love at all times. Be the grace that you have been gifted in my name by myself. And honor what is true. Your star friends are very complicated when they're recording what they have seen. They see such a mix of human action. They don't quite know where to begin. They're so contrary to one another. Some at peace, some so disturbed mentally, physically, mentally. How can they exist in the same world? It is not right. Complete opposites. Yet here we are this night in this house, with myself being governed by my son. Desires, first solar Lord of God, the kingdom of my grace divine, the Messianic Son, with my plane of beauty beyond. The most loving place in all creation, in my name. Bring it into your hearts. Bring this light to light your way. I am the way, the truth, and the light he taught. That truth has never changed, and never will. For I am him in a sense, in a higher vibration than he. But he is my own, and one of my being, and one of my star seeds, of a distance long gone, that travelled much. In your name, you travel now with his. So blessed be Honour the stars that teach you and that carry great wisdom, as I have done, you now. The blessings be upon you. May the star seers kiss your name, light your path. Be the light that you are. Carry the sweetness in your souls to all you meet. Be a peace friend, not a warmonger like the rest. Do kindness, kind deeds where you can. And be a beautiful soul in my light. And honour all that you have been taught. And I will not be ashamed of you when you return. And I look forward to your coming, now and evermore. Now that many incarnations are made, by my right, to your direction, to the future that unfolds, to my grace. Blessings be upon each one. And now I depart. It has been an honour to speak with you. Some true souls who know me by name and still care about my life and my safety by keeping this house in correct order, as I wish, with a life of beauty beyond, to the stars untold, to which you will carry governance in the future, for I have decided that this night, in the respect that you have shown to my name, to my coming here now, with my Son of Glory, who is now being in your presence, who gave of herself for me to speak. So all of you will be honoured. God's grace be upon you.